Good morning students. We have already discussed about the process of planning. Today's topic is types of plan. Before understanding the types of plan, we should know what is plan. Plan is a commitment to achieve the organizational objective and to set a specific work in a systematic way. But we should know what is plan. When we make any plan, the main thing is at the course of time, at the course of action, we should achieve the specific objective that was set. So this is called plan. Now the main thing is plans can be of many types. It depends upon the length of action and length of time. So mainly we can classify the plan into two. The first one is single use plan and second one is standing plan. First of all, we should understand single use plan. As its name is saying that it is only for once. It means a single use plans are specific plans. They are made for some specific action which are meant to solve non-recurring particular problem. It means the problem, the work that is not going to repeat again and again. At that time we make single use plan. It is only when made when the things are not recurring. It is developed for one time project. If a project is to be completed within a certain period, so at that time we use single use plan, because when project is over, at that time plans, or we can say the plan that was made for that project was insignificant, even that one specific project, because this plan was made only for that specific project. Okay, now we can understand something more in this point. Such plan is developed to meet the needs of a unique situation in hand. Suppose in our organization within a time period, a special type of situation comes. At that time we make plan to resolve that situation, to resolve that problem. At that time the plan was made, that will be called single use plan. And the duration of a single use plan differs depending upon the type of project. If the project is time taking, it means our one time plan or single use plan will also take to complete that plan, to complete that project. It means it will take some time, and time depends upon the project that is going to be completed, and it may take one day. If our problem resolves within one day, that plan will be ended at that time. And if the time duration of plan is long, such as it will take 1 week, our single use plan will also go on till 1 week. In the same way, it can take some months also. Overall, we can say the single use plan is made for single project, or its time depends upon the time of project. We are taking the second type of plan, that is called standing plans. Standing plans are used for for those activities which occur regularly, it is just opposite of the single use plan, because single use plan are used when the things are not of recurring nature. On the other hand, standing plans are used for those activities which occur regularly over a period of time, and it is designed for once. Why? I have told you that single use plan are used only once, and it becomes irrelevant when the project over. But this type of plan, that is called standing plans, these plans are used for a time period. On the regular basis, the activities which are going on regular basis, and designed and retained their value over a period of time while undergoing revisions and updates. The things are repeated again and again. When the things are being repeated again and again, so there is no need to make the plans again to again. But we make one time plan, the things will be repeated, but the plans cannot be made again and again, because we have made the plans for a time period, and all the updates will also happen in that duration. It is developed once, as I have told you. Standing plans are used only once, but not I am talking about the lifetime, but I am talking about some certain period. But in that some period also, we need to change, we need to modify those plans that we have already planned, but they are not reconstructed again and again, but they are modified again and again, time to time, to meet the business needs, because the main motive is to get the objectives of the organization. It means there may be some needs, and to fulfill those needs, we have to modify our plan that was set for a time period. Standing plans include, when standing plans are made, I have told you that it is made for certain period. But why we use standing plan? Not only for a certain period, but what work is to be done in this plan? When we are going to make policies, at that time standing plans should be there. If we are using a procedure to complete a course of action, at that time standing plans will be used. In the same way, the method and rules we are going to apply in our business, at that time standing plans will be used. I think you have understood the two main types of plan. One is single use plan and second one is standing. Now we will discuss based on what the plans seek to achieve. The main thing is this: plan is made, but for what? What is the need of that the plan will fulfill? This is the main thing, based on what the plans seek to achieve. And plans can be classified as. Today we will discuss the main point, that is objective. The objectives are the end result. As you know very well, objectives are the end result which the management seek to achieve. Anyhow, any management work for its objective, and all the plans are made to achieve that objective. This is the main thing. By its operation, they may be designed all the plans may be designed as the desired future position. What our expectation, what we want to do in future by the help of our all employees, managers and the whole setup. The main thing is what do you want to get, what do you want to achieve in future. And for the future, as you know, planning is a futuristic term. So it is very important whatever you want to do in future, whatever you want to achieve in future, that the management would like to reach. Wherever management want to reach, the first and foremost step of planning is setting organizational objective. The main and first step of plan is anyhow, with the help of that plan, anyhow we will have to set our organizational goal, organizational objectives. And the main thing in this point is this also: objectives need to be expressed in specific terms. That is, they should be measurable in quantitative terms, in the form of a written statement or desired result. It means whatever the organizational goal is, that must be written. Anything can be said orally that is not have any type of significance. It means whatever the goal of our organization, that must be written and it must be quantitative. And whatever our organization want to set our objective, it must be completed within a certain period. Time limit is very important to complete that object. We can take the example as getting 20% return on investment. It is not only 20%, I am taking for example. If we want to increase, if we want to reach some percentage on the investment, it means, I am taking an example, 20%. You can imagine, you can set any other percentage also. This is written, this must be written. Whatever percentage you are expecting from the investment, it must be written. If you want to increase the sale target by 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever, it must also be written. If we are earning the sale, if we are doing the sale and earning the profit, it means if we want to gradually increment in our sale, we must set a percentage and it must also be written. And the main point is this, overall we can say the main point is this, in this point, that is objective. Objectives should be clear and achievable. We cannot make anything in fiction. It must be achievable and it must be very clear. So I think we have discussed one point, that based on what the plans seek to achieve, plans are other type of classification are also there. We will discuss in next video. Till then, thank you. Stay safe and